Hey guys, Jason here in another episode of Album Review Corner, and today I'm reviewing Plus by English singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran. This album is from 2011 and it's his debut studio album. Alright, some background information on Ed Sheeran. He began recording in 2005 with a couple extended plays. He began his professional career in 2008 after moving to London, where he released an extended play entitled Number 5 Collaborations Project, which caught the attention of both Elton John and Jamie Foxx, and this caused him to be signed with Asylum Records. And in 2012, he won 2 Brit Awards for Best Male Vocalist and Best Breakthrough Artist. Alright, Ed became popular in the United States last year after appearing on Taylor Swift's Red album. On the song Everything Has Changed, was one of my favorite songs off that album. I reviewed that album, so check that out. He also has written songs for popular boy band One Direction. His song A-Team was nominated for Song of the Year last year at the Grammys, and he actually performed it with Elton John, which I think is really cool. He's performing as one of his idols. Alright, he is currently touring with Taylor Swift on her 2013 North American Red Tour. Alright, some album background. This album peaked at number 5 on the U.S. Billboard 200, which is the highest debut of any artist since Susan Boyle's I Had a Dream. That's in the UK. But yeah, I mean, that's very impressive. And that album was in 2009. This album is really different. This album was inspired. It was a hip hop inspired record. Ed Sheeran performs throughout the record with a small acoustic guitar with no bands, no backbeats. It's just him and his vocals, and his lyrics are about his own life, which I think is really cool. I reviewed an artist like this in the past couple weeks, Jed Gladstone. Same premise, very cool, and I would say Ed has just a voice that is very soft, very flexible, very hip hop themed, maybe a little Bruno Mars-ish at points. He has been compared to Van Morrison on a couple tracks, "Wake Me Up" and "Kiss Me," which I can definitely see that. This album was generally liked by a lot of critics. Nothing really negative, which is obviously a good thing for a debut artist. Alright, I'm gonna do my track by track review. The first song here is the A-Team. I like the song. It's very folky, very acoustic sounding. Musically, it's very calming. It's a great way to start the album, just to mellow out. The lyrics are very personal. They speak of a drug addicted prostitute who Ed met at a homeless shelter following an event, just a freak event. And track number 2 here is Drunk. Again, just a very folk rock sounding song. I really like that a lot. With a pop infusion to me for sure. The song could be played on the radio. I think I actually have heard it before. It's got a hip-hop inspired beats. The vocals are there really throughout this whole album, especially on this song. I really like it. It's just, the song is about wanting to drink a lot after feeling maybe a bad breakup. Our third song is U.N.I. It's one of my favorite songs. A lot of people that I've seen review this album have kind of criticized this song. It's very personal to me. The lyrics are just great. The acoustic feel, the lyrics are very simple, as I said, hip-hop inspired, it's very refreshing really to hear. The song deals with a couple where they're split. The man wants to stay in the relationship, but the woman doesn't. She wants to move on and continue with her life. And it's an interesting theme. Alright, the fourth song here is Grade 8. It's a very hip-hop inspired track with a lot of acoustic guitar and just backbeats to it. The vocals and the beat work are great together. Basically, the premise of the song is in the United Kingdom, the music exams are graded from 1 to 8, 8 being an entry level, 1 being an entry level, and 8 being just a standard requirement for any music student really, and that's where this comes from. I think this song could be about a relationship, just up and down, very fluctuating, very, very good song. The fifth song here is Wake Me Up. I like this song a lot. It's very slow, very calm feel. It sounds extremely heartfelt. This whole album really does, just nothing mass produced here. It's a love song to Ed's girlfriend. Alright, the sixth song here, very touching here, is Small Bump. I love this song. The tone is very upbeat, very catchy, the lyrics will be stuck in your head for days. But if you get down and listen to the lyrics, it's very depressing. It's about a friend of Ed's who lost his son after 4 months. His son suddenly passed away, and it's kind of a tribute to it. It's very deep meaning to the song. It's a very touching song. Definitely listen to that song for sure. All right, the seventh song here is this. It's another acoustic song. It's a deep song, very slow. Um, it's kind of a drawback, just very very slow. But the meaning is about a relationship where the girl just left. The lyrics and he's feeling just what did I do and just trying to get his feelings out. And the lyrics are very heartfelt, very sad sounding. It's a very depressing song. All right, the eighth song here is The City. I like the hip hop beats, very catchy, very just very upbeat, and lyrically it's pretty good. It's about Ed's move to London, where basically the city never sleeps. It's kind of like L.A. or Vegas, or maybe even a little bit of Chicago in the United States here. This is after he moved to London to pursue him as a music career, as I said before. He's maybe feeling he's kind of overwhelmed. All right, the ninth song here is Lego House, another relationship song, which there's a lot on this album. It's about lovers who had in a relationship in the past and are broken up but are back together and just don't want to lose it, don't want to pull out a Lego for it all to fall down. You make a mistake and everything falls down. All right, the calm lyrics are very very good. The vocals. Then the tenth song here is You Need Me But I Don't Need You. It's one of my favorites. It's my second favorite on the album. In fact, it's behind U.N.I. The aggressive style to the song is very angry, very rough sounding, which is unique. You don't really hear that. Any of the mixtapes I've heard from Ed, any of the tapes, really, you don't hear that really. Um, Lyrics are very simple, but very just cool to hear the style of it. The song is an angry attack on the previous record label, which Ed said you need to change your style, and he didn't want to. All right, the 11th song here is "Kiss Me." Again, one of my favorites on the album. I really like the song. The backbeat to the drums is throughout the whole song sets the tone for it. Really, um, it's about Ed's godparents who actually were friends for years but didn't know how to say and commit to each other. But so Ed wrote this song for them to sing at their wedding, which is very very cool. All right, this 12th song here is "Give Me Love." I like the acoustic guitar on this track. Very deep, very emotional song. It's about a guy who is trying to let go of a previous relationship and seeing someone new. It's very just depressing sounding, very heartfelt though. Especially the chorus and the group vocals are very awesome. It's an awesome touch. It's a great way to close the album. All right, so overall, I really did like this album. It's very solid. It's a very solid release. The lyrics are very honest, very emotional, very catchy. The rock, the folk, the hip hop mix, are all there. It's just something different to hear, unlike we hear today. It's all generic stuff nowadays. Very personal sounding lyrics. It's definitely something, like I said, refreshing to hear. Some downsides though are just seems a little chilled out, just a little long at points. And another thing, you have to be really in the mood to listen to this album, because if you're not, you'll be very depressed. There's a lot of these songs just cover depressing topics, and if you want to be happy, you maybe not wouldn't play this. But if you're in a blah mood and you don't know what you want to do for the day, turn it on and maybe you'll be inspired. Maybe you'll want to go out and help people, then you volunteer. So yeah. All right, to recap, I really did enjoy this album. The instrumental work and the hip hop beats are very solid. The vocals are there; they fit nicely throughout this album. His vocals are just awesome. I like that. I think that Ed has work cut out for him though on a software release, whenever that is released. I'm not really sure. Because it is pretty good. And we'll see how that goes. It should be interesting. My review for this album is 7 out of 10 because of the slower parts. With that being said, I would definitely check this out and let me know what you think below. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Album Review Corner. Have a nice day.